On this week's episode of Wicked Tine Outdoors, we're introducing you to the Krantz family. They're going to be down in Iowa hunting some great bucks that they've got a lot of history with.
Alright, she's Logan. I'm Joe.
We's Krantz.
And Ashley.
And we're the Krantzes, and we love to hunt. Ashley and I love to include the kids on anything we do, whether it's exercise, health, hunting. We try to take them out, do various activities, but our main passion is whitetails. We love to hunt whitetails. We own a piece of property in Iowa, and then we also hunt on a piece of property in Wisconsin.
Whoa. Whoa.
Well, it's July 25th. We're headed up to our property in Iowa to spray some fall food plots, get ready for some turnips. Are you ready to go work?
Yep.
Getting our trail cameras out. All right, here you go. Why are we spraying that?
Because we're going to take pictures of deer.
Yep, but we don't want the deer to
Smell us.
All right, on to the next one.
Yep.
What appears to be sugar beets growing. Some sort of radish, that's for sure. I would assume the deer are gonna devour them. But I just washed one up. Reese is gonna give it a taste test. He gets ice cream if he takes a bite to try it.
Tastes dirty.
Tastes dirty? Like what?
We're
Well, I had to make good on my bet. Reese tried it, so we stopped at Culver's, ate some supper, got our ice cream. Next week we'll be right back up here and doing some more stuff. Alright, we're working on a cave blind today. We're going to dig out this hole here. We got it all pre-formed out, cut at our shop, and my mechanic put it all together. We're going to dig it down into the ground so just the window sticks out, cover it in dirt, brush, and hopefully in the end it'll be a sweet little setup. Here we are a few hours later. I got a whole different crew of people here helping me now. And we got the baby over there helping, so there it is. The old cave blind. Alright, the kids and I and Ashley just wrapped up planting some stuff here in front of the blind, and got a snow fence put up behind here to keep the deer from coming in tight to the stand. Now we got the chairs in, carpets in for some noise reduction. Everything's set, ready to rock and roll for the season. Alright, it's October 2nd. The Iowa deer season opened yesterday, October 1st. I'm going to head into the stand. This is the best stand you could have.
just wait.
Reese, can you say hi?
Hi.
Reese is going to sit in on the doe hunt tonight. What are you playing?
Angry Birds Star Wars.
Alright, we're going to get nestled in. Mom's running the video camera. Dad's running the bow. There's the bathroom window we shot her out of, and she was obviously over here. Right up here, we watched her for a good 15 minutes up here. She was hit pretty hard. So we're gonna head up here. And
Hey, phone! Good
Alright, well, that concludes our Iowa doe hunt. It's a wrap.
I'm a bow hunter, plain and simple, and I demand perfection from my bow. I don't care what brand is most popular, and I certainly don't care what's trending right now. I want fast, I want quiet. I want accurate, but still forgiving, because sometimes my form isn't the best. And yes, I want American made. The T-24 from Gearhead Archery gives me all of that.
It's October 16th on my Iowa property. Got here about an hour and a half ago. Backpack full of crap. Bow, ozonics. I hope I'm not forgetting something. That's the pain in the butt part about filming yourself. Temperatures are dropping, so it should be a good night. Alright, I finally made it in, got all set up. Hitting over a turnip patch that I planted. Some turkeys have just come out behind me. I stand here in Iowa. I'm in a spot that nobody's ever sat on this property since we've owned it 5 years. We're headed into the stand. Mama and the babies are gonna drop me off.
Hi.
They're heading home. I'll stay in front. Hopefully I can get it done tonight.
So another deer that came in when Ashley's filming me, one of the first hunts that we had was a buck that we named Brutus. Last year we had passed him. This year he comes in kind of early in the season and I have this coveted Iowa bow tag. So I'm deciding whether or not to shoot this deer. It wasn't an intended target buck. but it was a buck that, looking back on it now in hindsight, I probably should have shot.
November 6th, 12:43 in the afternoon. I went in, got some lunch, and let the dogs out to go to the bathroom, stuff like that. I came back in, I wasn't even in the blind. I was standing out here and I had a buck literally walk to 30 yards before he saw me. It wasn't something that I wanted to shoot though. I checked the cameras too while I was in there on lunch, and it appears that the night I left, Lucifer was standing 25 yards in front of me where I'm sitting now. Some good luck. Barometer's on the rise, high pressure system coming in. So hopefully they'll be up coming to food tonight. This guy literally walked in right after I turned the camera off. And I thought, wow, what are going to be the odds? I looked up and I saw white bone coming down the hill. And it's obviously not my guy, but I just did a full run through practice on him, turn the camera on, get on him, range him, and draw. back in Iowa. I had 2 meetings this week, one yesterday and one the day before. And of course, Lucifer shows up as normal. I'm pretty sure this deer has a GPS on me because every time I go home for a meeting, he comes to the food plot in daylight with plenty of shooting light. But tonight is the night. We have a system rolling in, be snow starting. He'll come in to fill his belly before the big storm comes. So tonight's the night. Wish me luck. Stay tuned.
I make the decision to grunt at him, which isn't one that I typically would do. I make that decision at full draw. As I'm ready to release the arrow, I look over to my camera, realizing that it's not on him. And in hindsight, I should have just shot and went on with it. I reach over at full draw, move the camera on him. Now he's at full alert, paying attention to what I'm doing. And I shoot. The rest is history.
Well, that was my target buck, but I don't think I made a fatal shot, unfortunately. I'll stick to my stomach, but I was acting a little nervous there, so I stopped him. And I realized the camera wasn't on him, so I reached over and moved the camera over on him. And he adjusted, settled in, and shot. I'll watch it back here again, but I saw him run up the hill. He stopped, walked a little bit, and then I lost him. He got very much penetration or anything.
So my gut turns. I'm sick to my stomach at that point. I back out, sneak out of there, and then leave it be at that point.
So the next day they go out to track Lucifer and they check the trail camera and he's still alive. The hunt is still on.
We came up, assembled a whole crew of people to look for him. We thought maybe we clipped one lung and got enough penetration, but we didn't. He was on the camera the very next day in this same field, but at night. This time I do have a camera person. We're gonna sit in here tonight, see what happens.
But I was on him, coming in. So I was ready, I was prepared, but he couldn't really get ready, couldn't do anything because he couldn't see him. By the time Lucifer was basically right in front of us was the first that Joe actually saw him and saw where he was. And then just throughout Lucifer being in front of us, the camera angle that I had versus the shots that Joe had didn't match up.
Now I definitely have the opportunity. He doesn't stop. And then that's when Ashley says, you need to do something, because she's losing him now in the camera. I can see him good, but now she's losing him. So at that point, the wheels kind of fall off the bus, and we're trying to get the camera repositioned, and he just literally walks right down through, walks off. And as a matter of fact, he headed to one of my other food plots, and I had trail cam pictures of him there, milling around, eating in that food plot. In that moment, Ashley shut the camera off, and I'm kind of grateful she did, because I lost it. Like a grown man sitting in there, basically just feeling like everything that you worked for, everything that you've done for the whole summer leading up to this, and then you didn't make it happen. It's to the point where the shotgun seasons start up, the neighbors start hunting, and I don't have a shotgun tag, so I was just at my office, and our neighbor had messaged me a picture of the broadhead and said, hey, we got him, immediately recognizing the broadhead, that it was mine, I knew that, you know, they had in fact shot him.
All right, so we, had found out that Lucifer was dead, so we moved on, and Joe had been up and checked the cameras, and we kind of had a random bonus buck show up that we called Bull, we hadn't seen in a long time, that was starting to show up on the cameras.
Hi, Tom Lochner, third generation family owner of Wilderness Fish and Game in Sauk City. Hunt, fish, shoot, that's all we do. Our employees are fishing guides, archery pros, gunsmiths, and competitive shooters, so swing by and let us set you up for success in the great outdoors.
All right, we got December 12th. It's the start of the start of the second shotgun season here in Iowa. My lovely wife has a tag, and we're sitting in a new stand on our, what I call the peace plot. And we have a lot of deer out here at the moment, probably around 36 or 37. He's on the left. Oh, yeah, that smaller one's going down there. Yeah, he's right in line with the purple. See him? Pretty sure that's him. Can you check him? Yeah, that's gotta be him. Literally white out.
Yeah, we couldn't see anything. Could see absolutely nothing, and all of a sudden, we're like, oh, this is great. There's deer. We know there's deer everywhere up there. We couldn't see any of them. Bucks going across, deer everywhere, but it's complete, white out all of a sudden. And then Joe's like, oh, there he is. I was like, what? Well, I think that we got him. I felt like I was going to lose a chance if I didn't go right there. And Joe grunted or whatever, and he stopped, and I was not really all that set well, but I just let her fly.
Yeah, it was still relatively early on in the evening. The storm had kind of died down, and we figured we would see a lot more action, so we decided to stay put. If an opportunity came out and a doe came out, that we would shoot a doe as well.
climb down. As you can see, I'm sure there's some deer in the background there that apparently don't care that we're here. Now we're gonna go see if we can find Bull down the hill here, where I think I saw him go down. So hopefully we do.
What a beauty.
There's a look. You're right about all the junk.
This is what it's all about right here. I love spending time with my wife and my kids out in the outdoors. To finally put a good one down this year is nice. All right.
Yeah.
That's a wrap for now. We'll get some better stuff in the daylight. We'll get him out, get the doe, and we're gonna celebrate tonight. Look at Tine Outdoors.
Ashley, what a beautiful buck. Congratulations. Way to show Joe how to get it done. Lucifer and Bull are no longer on the property, but he's got a great buck named Ralph that he's going to keep after.
It's January 9th, the second to last day of the Iowa bow season, and we're kind of hoping for a last-minute miracle to a very long season. I've had a great season nonetheless, though.
These bucks come in, and I say, well, how about this one? Can I shoot this one? Or how about that one? And she says, no, that deer's too young, or that deer's not big enough, or whatever it may be.
What do you think about that deer?
Too young. He needs another year.
Well, that's going to put a wrap on it for tonight, and that's going to put a wrap on it for the 2015 season. Like I said before, it was a good season. It had its ups and downs, but nonetheless, we had an overall pretty good year. 2015 season ends today. 2016 season starts tomorrow, because it's never ending for me.